With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Here we go, set, 18, Gator. Let's go. Ready.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time here with Brown. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
On the set.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Rock it.
Kill.
On second down now, it's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Yeah. Hey, wahoo!
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Now they'll throw it with Elway. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Go! 18 Gator. 50's a mark. You ain't got nothing.
Now Elway on 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It was the veteran safety Malcolm Jenkins who got a hand in there to disrupt it. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll fake it. Now Luck. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Anthony Barr, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now it's Luck. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Luck. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Here we go. 50, clicks. Two-jet bombers. Two-jet bombers. Fire.
On 1st down, Brown. And an alley to run. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 21-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken at the 3. And this will not be a good return. He's out of bounds at the 12. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Anthony Barr picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. A first carry for the legend, it's Bo Jackson. And for a 2nd straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Luck. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skilled players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York. The fans weren't real excited about him coming in, but the reason they drafted him has a similar demeanor and talent to Eli Manning, and he's acquitting himself quite nicely in the early going. And Dwayne Haskins a little more up and down in Washington, but they love the big arm of this guy, and he's back at home. Remember, he grew up in Potomac, Maryland.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
That's it, ready? We got one.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, Locke. Got a man open. It's the Hall of Famer, Kellen Winslow. The 40, 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Kellen Winslow, 84 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Right there, 54, right there, right there. Hey, C6.
He's crossing. He's checking crowd.
They'll wait to throw on 2nd. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
On the double.
Check.
Bravo.
50.
You ain't going nowhere.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Here it comes.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Ready? 10 Lobo.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. On third down, Barkley. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still fourth down upcoming.
Five. Go. Come.
Mike 50. Mike.
So here we go. Elway on fourth down. And Jeffrey's got it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Hey, box truck. Go. Ready? 2.
On second down, Elway. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The Lions on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Elway. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on fourth down.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. You remember me. Let's go, baby. 53 is the mic. 53, check.
Yep.
And I'm coming after you. Check. 53 is Mike.
Shot.
They'll try and throw for it with Elway. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth down play to result in 23 yards. A first down carry for Barkley. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. In the backfield by himself is Brown, second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on third and goal. Someone moved, flag is out, that's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for third and goal.
Look at me. Go.
Here's Barkley, and they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And Lutz puts this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
This will be taken very short. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And an alley to run, and he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Breaks the tackle, now an alley. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. 61 yards. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. They've done a good job of holding him down in the first half, but he explodes for a big one right there.
Yeah, I've got an image in my head of him being surrounded by a bunch of people, really, with ropes and other things trying to keep him locked in. But eventually they got tired, too. And just as you noted, he broke out.
And it's a guy that usually you can only keep down for so long. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now Elway to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
That play was well covered, just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
They go play action here on first down. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes get fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Cut.
Leo, no.
Safety screen.
Hey, Haywood.
54 right there. Right
Come.
54 Mike.
Let's go.
On second down, Elway. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. You're out. Kill. Hey, Echo. Hey.
Motion. Hey, check motion man.
Like, 5.
Throwing on third and long. Elway. On the comebacker, complete. It's Holt. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on fourth.
50 to Mike. 50 to Mike.
We own them.
Mike 50. Come on. 50's to Mike. 50's to Mike. I got it.
Hey, high 7.
50. Mike 50. Down to lose one.
Let's go.
On fourth down, Elway. And that is going to be incomplete. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Well, let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. Who would be your top 3 picks? I know that you're a noted fantasy football expert, so who would you take?
Well, you've got to start with guys who are going to touch the football and put it in the end zone, right? You got to score points. How about Saquon Barkley with the Giants? You know he's going to run it. He's going to catch it. When they get desperate, they may actually have him return it as well. Alvin Kamara is an absolute matchup nightmare for everyone. And Christian McCaffrey, did he ever come off the field last year? Be a 1,000-yard runner and a 1,000-yard receiver, as is Kamara. So this is going to be fun to watch. I can't wait to see those guys do their thing. But there are plenty of other guys out there, too. If Zeke comes along, you got to take him. Melvin Gordon, if they both come to camp. We'll see how that works out. How about Todd Gurley and his health? Because, boy, when he touches the ball, great things usually happen.
And then wondering, someone like Le'Veon Bell took the year off, now a new offense. But if he starts going like he used to, he's obviously going to be a good one.
Fresh legs is what you're counting on with Le'Veon Bell and a fresh start in New York with the Jets. And if you're looking for an exciting rookie, remember this. Kyler Murray's going to get the ball from the first snap, and they're going to leave him in there throughout. And as long as he stays healthy, he's going to pitch it around the park a bunch. Don't be surprised if he gets a little love, too.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
I'm trying to collect.
Bang, 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 bang. Check, Check 26, check 26. Get it.
They'll run. This is Brown. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Big grip.
On third down, Elway. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. Now a hit and a loose football. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And now hang on here. The door, can you hear it? It's a little open.
Or is that the squeaky hinges that I'm hearing right now? Yeah, the door.
Is that too high pitch?
No, not at all. The door is open a little bit. It's almost like when you told those horror stories on the camping trip, right? And now, look out.
Yeah.
We've got a little bit different look on the game at this point.
Big momentum swing here in the fourth on the punt fumble. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Holt. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Come on, set. 10 Lobo.
Out of the gun, Elway. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. To throw is Elway. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
And this offense needs a touchdown. A field goal won't get it done in this situation. But after giving up back-to-back sacks, things are looking a little bit bleak.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike 50, Mike 50. I'm coming for you, son. Okay. Yo, Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, watch the slant.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. Ready to go. Hit it.
They're going on 4th. It's Elway. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Gerald McCoy. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. They run on 1st down with Jackson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They run again with Jackson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
5 down. Stand up in.
Luck. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. 20, 10, and he's taken it all the way back for the return touchdown. And this game just got a little crazier. They're still alive here in the final stages.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On second down, this is Jackson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. A gain of 3, second down. Well, the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Holt. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure.